So when borrowers are obtaining money, what are some things they should watch out for in terms of fraud?
Okay, since the market collapsed in 2008, there have been a lot of illegitimate companies that have popped up, brokerages or so-called lenders. What borrowers have to be careful with is application fees, high commitment fees. Due diligence is a very large problem. I've literally seen people write checks for $10,000, $20,000 and no loan to be had. You know, months go by and then the broker's gone. So those are the three things I would watch out for.
What is a commitment fee?
A commitment fee is something typically after a loan is evaluated and a lender wants to lend on the property. They'll ask for some type of fee for the borrower to commit to the loan. Sometimes an appraisal is built into that, sometimes legal's built into that. Depending on the loan, there may be, the lender may actually have to fly out and see the property. So commitment fee could be a whole lot of things wrapped in there. You just have to be very, very careful when you're writing a commitment fee check of who you're writing the check to.
What are some legitimate fees?
Legitimate fees, actually, believe it or not, could be all three of those things. One of the most legitimate fees that a borrower, a commercial borrower, is always going to pay is for an appraisal. That's standard. No lender really is going to pay for a borrower's appraisal. The time to write that check, though, is after you have a firm commitment letter or term sheet in hand that they're lending you money, so you have that. So if something goes wrong, you always have that in writing that an offer was made by somebody. Application fees are common. With banks, they're usually smaller amounts. So, you know, appraisals, you know, and commitment fee could be legitimate. It's just you need to kind of get that in writing of what that means. Is there a refund, for example? Us as a lender, if we issue a term sheet and something goes wrong along the process, for example, if an environmental issue comes up, we refund the appraisal money. Some lenders may or may not. So you want to get everything in writing.
Okay. How would a borrower know who is a legitimate lender to go to, besides a bank, if they're trying to go to someone that is private money?
Okay. I would say, I mean, there's a lot of information online. You can always use your local Better Business Bureau. A lot of commercial borrowers don't know where the industry trade rags are, so I would use companies like Scotsman Guide. Great resource to find good lenders. And you got to do your homework. I mean, I would get a lot of referrals, people they've closed loans with, brokers that they work with. Look for news stories. I mean, there's a lot of information online, good and bad.
Okay.